The Mandela effect is so incredible because it can alter things in so many different ways. Sometimes it changes something you know, sometimes it deletes something you remember, and sometimes it adds history where we don't remember it existing. Just as something can be subtracted or substituted, it can also be added to. Today, I'm talking about one such historical example: 3D printing, a marvel of modern technology. 3D printing is defined as the process of making a physical object by laying down many thin layers of a material in succession. The first documented iterations of 3D printing can be traced back to 1981 in Japan, and the first commercial 3D printer released in the late 1980s. Today we even have 3D printed homes and buildings, which are strong, fireproof, and considerably less expensive to build than traditional houses. This technology has grown and evolved over the years, but its historical record has been set in stone. Or at least that's what we've been told. The earliest example of the concept of 3D printing was a short story in 1945 called Things Pass By. But that was just a concept. It was a fictionalized idea of what the far future could hold, and today we know it as 3D printing. Well, what if I told you that 3D printing actually already existed at this point in time? In fact, it had already been around for over a decade at that point. Does that sound right to you? In the 1930s, inventor William E. Herschel developed the wall building machine, a revolutionary device that could automatically pour, shape, and layer concrete, closely resembling modern 3D printing techniques. His machine used a gripper arm and mortar sprayer to precisely place concrete, and then compress the concrete between spinning discs, smoothing and solidifying each layer, just like how modern 3D printers create layers in plastic or resin. The end result are buildings constructed layer by layer, quickly, efficiently, and accurately. William Herschel even went on to found Herschel Laboratories, which is a company still in business today. I'm sure all of this sounds very familiar, right? How is it that most people believe 3D printing only emerged in the late 20th century, when a machine in the 1930s was already doing the same thing? This is nearly 100 years ago. My mind is absolutely blown away. How is it that the first real 3D printer was forgotten? Could this be another example of history being rewritten or changed? Or did this invention simply fade into obscurity until recently? I'll let you decide.